The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
If you're building or buying or selling a home, the Real Estate Crew's got news for you at the Real Estate House Party.
With attorney Rick Carter,
Real Estate House Party.
paralegal Kathy Holtshouser,
Real Estate House Party. Come in, have fun.
and comedian Tony V. Now, here's real estate attorney Rick Carter.
Welcome and thanks for joining us here on the Real Estate House Party. We have Brad Mastrangelo, and the three of us should probably say hi to Tony V.
Hi, Tony V.
Because
Scumbag. He's in Aruba.
He's working really hard.
He's working
not
really hard.
on vacation, people.
And he's at a nude beach.
He is on a
He
nude
is?
beach.
Yes, he is.
Oh.
I don't know that.
He's half nude when he's doing these shows.
Yeah.
He only is wearing a shirt. You know that, right?
He is not.
He's the most comfortable human being I've ever met in my
He's
life.
the most comfortable human being in his own skin.
In his own, and it's good.
Yeah.
And he looks great.
And he looks
great.
fantastic.
He looks fantastic.
So he can fit right in on a nude beach.
He'd sit right in there. Oh, my
Yeah.
God. He could, well, I'm not going to say that. He's his own sundial.
Oh, boy. All right. So we
That didn't
promised
take
we
you
weren't-
long.
Not
No,
long
did
at
it?
all, did it? No.
We weren't going to say any bad words today, but
If I was a racehorse, I'd just rush to the pole, is what they say.
oh,
You got
boy.
any tripod stories, or is that it?
Hey,
I didn't even do that.
Oh, I brought
I'm
it up.
sorry, Tony,
Okay.
that these guys...
You
So
think-
speaking of real estate,
you paid off your mortgage.
I did. Yeah.
So we're just saying you have to have a red door now.
I gotta get a red
you
door.
need to pay. What color's your house?
It's like a
You don't go home much, do you?
no, I'm traveling a lot. It's like a tannish.
Oh, then red
Because right now my house is the door's green.
Oh, you need to
you gotta
paint
get
it
rid of
red.
that.
Yeah.
Gotta
Okay.
get rid of that.
Tell
Yeah.
the wife when I get home, honey, want to pay the, and she'll say no.
No, you got to do it. It's a good.
Is that
That is what it is, though. I never heard that. That's,
yeah, and when you pull up every day and you look at your red door,
You
you're
know
like,
it's-
yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Until my daughter goes to college, then we have to take more.
You
out.
got
Yeah, then you're
you got to
done.
repaint it. Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Is that how your conversations go with your wife? Honey, let's do this. No.
I just say yes.
Oh, you.
To my- it's- and matter of fact, I just celebrated 25 years.
Oh,
Yes, I did.
congratulations.
Thank
Did
you.
you see?
Thank you very much.
He just says, yes. Stewie, are you listening?
Well, no, I say that. I say it on stage. I go, all this would be avoided by yes, dear. Even when we know we're right, those few times when I know that is no question, I'm right. I look
Do
at
the
her
yes, dear,
and I
huh?
go, I'm wrong, honey. I'm sorry.
No,
sorry.
I'm talking about like things like, I think we need an addition on the house.
Yes, dear.
Okay.
Anything.
Wow.
Yes, no
Wow.
kitchen.
Well,
Yes.
if things don't work out, Brad, just let me know, okay? Because I would like a yes man.
People, I
You would
look
like a yes man with a red door.
Right. Yes. Yes.
I used to like Kevin Knox's stories, how he would get things done. Yeah.
Well, he
Right?
he traded things
I
for
miss him.
things.
I wonder if people get on this show that we only tell punchlines. We're not
That's
going
it.
to tell where it came from, but yeah.
No, well, you have to pay more money for the whole setup.
Right. They have to watch the
You
whole
buy a
show.
house, or you go through record, and then we'll give you the whole story. But right now, get the punchline.
That's right.
And see if you
That's
can figure
right.
it out.
Write
That's
it all
right.
down
Yeah.
and see if you can figure it out for yourself.
Figure it out for yourself.
When did
Is that our
you
new
buy your
motto?
house? That you paid this off.
1997.
And that's why you had it paid off.
Well, we bought it. We had a 30-year, and then we had Sophia.
Yeah.
And we switched to 15.
Yeah.
And, you could
Yeah,
nervous and this, and my accountant said, after about the second month, it's not going to be a big deal. And he was right. And
Yeah,
So that was our goal, to maybe pay it off while she was still in high school in case we're saving for college too,
Right,
but if we
right.
need it,
How old is Sophia?
she's 17. She's a junior.
She's a hot
So you're
ticket,
going to be an empty nester with a red door.
With a red door.
Because it's funny because a lot of people go from the 15 to a 30 year when
Yeah.
they're having the kids because they
I
can't
know.
afford the 15 year.
And
You
we
went
Well,
the
the
other
15
way.
year is aggressive. I think
Right.
we had a 15 year, and then the kids came along, and I go, oh my
Oh, boy.
goodness. So we,
we only have one, so I mean that's definitely if we have
Yeah.
more than
You know
one.
what everyone says? If you make an extra payment a year on a 30 year, it
takes
goes from
them
a 30 year
7
to
and a
like a
half.
22 year.
Seven
But no one
and a
ever
half.
does it.
No one
Yeah.
does it.
So
No one does.
So
And
if you do
and
the
you-
15 year, you force yourself to
because
do
if
it.
you have an extra mortgage payment, would you rather just like go on vacation,
I know.
or would you like rather like do something, get new floors, or
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what else you'd do, but
That sounds like
Sending
her
it to
last 2 months. Vacations and new floors.
sending
new
it to the
paints.
mortgage
The last
company
time I
just
was here,
doesn't-
you had just got back from vacation too. I remember
d-
that. I don't know
yeah.
where it was,
I
but
know.
I do remember
Every
that.
time you could be here, you'd be that same
I
conversation.
got 6
Tell her
weeks
what's
this
the
year.
itinerary for this year
Where we
Oh
going?
my goodness.
You going away?
I'm going to Key West
Oh, I love Key West.
in March.
in March. I'm going to St. Thomas for a wedding in April.
Oh.
No drinking, though.
No.
Go
No
ahead.
drinking. I'll probably be in Waterboro, Maine. We have a house in Maine, so I'll probably be in Waterboro, Maine, probably mid-June.
I'm going to Key West in March on a cruise. I'm going to be in Key West.
Really?
I
What's
forget
the
when.
date? I'm going to be
I'll-
there on the 8th.
I have to find out. I got it on my phone before I leave.
That's all right.
I
We'll
love
look
Key
each other
West.
up. Oh,
I
it's
love Key
great.
West.
It's great.
I'll
then-
be here in
You'll be
Salem,
here.
New Hampshire. Don't worry about me. I'll be.
Yeah, but in March it's beautiful.
I'm gonna probably have another vacation in there somewhere, but then I'm going to Chicago because my 2 kids are running the Boston. The
Boston Marathon in Chicago.
No,
It's a long run.
the Chicago Marathon.
You see your 2 kids at the finish line going, geez, this doesn't look familiar at all.
No one's here.
Where's
Am
mom
I
and
late?
dad?
Am I early?
They go, geez, you went the wrong way.
Wow.
This
I
race
can't
is
believe I
never gonna
won.
end,
I
Rick.
can't believe I won.
And then to top it all off, I'm going to Africa
Oh,
on a
wow.
safari. Yep.
Have you told the $100 story yet or not?
The $10,000 story?
Yeah. Should
No,
we
let's not.
Want to wait on that?
Okay.
We have a lot of stories we got to tell you afterwards
All
there,
right.
Sal.
Okay.
We have a lot of stories. So, yes. So, do you have some follow-up questions on why she has so many vacations? She has.
I
a
assume
good
she's a
job.
really good worker, and she's earned it.
See?
Oh wow! That
See?
didn't go quite the
That's
way I was
what
expecting.
everyone at the smoke
Everyone
shop.
says that. Ed gave her an extra week this year.
She has 3 decades of loyal service.
Well, yeah.
But does it go backwards now that she keeps taking the time off?
No,
It doesn't.
because I'm still accruing days. Every day I work
Well,
there.
yeah, you must have a lot of vacation after that many years working. It must
Right.
Thanks, Brad.
30 years with Rick Carter.
30 years.
You
with
and
Rick
Ed have
Carter.
been very helpful today. All right, let's talk about.
I'm actually being put up for sainthood.
Yes.
Saint Kathleen. So I'll let you guys know how that goes.
Rick, I'd like to quit comedy and work for you. Can I do that?
We have an opening.
Yeah,
I actually
7
did-
weeks out of the year.
Did I ever tell you? I went for my real estate license.
Did you?
And
When? What
it
year?
was years ago. And then I started doing comedy, so I never.
Oh, really?
I did the class. And did I take
You'd be
the
very
test?
entertaining
Well,
as
are
a-
there 2 tests? Are there 2 tests to take? For some reason, I think I took
yes.
one.
Yeah.
I think
There's
I
a
took
state
one.
and probably yeah.
And then I started doing comedy, so I didn't do it. But
Similar business.
similar versions.
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah.
We get a lot of laughs out of the brokers we deal with. Yeah, you'd be a really good real estate broker.
We have a lot of laughs from some of our clients.
We have a lot of laughs.
I can imagine. Let me show you this house, but there's no roof. What are you looking at? It's a small thing. In the summer, it's beautiful.
30 years ago, they didn't worry about disclosures and non-disclosures and misrepresentations. And I'll tell you this, I've told this 4,000 times. My very first closing with a broker, I was at the closing table, and the buyer said, I'm buying in North Reading? I thought I was buying in Reading. And
This is at the closing?
Yeah.
the closing.
And back then, North Reading and Reading were like completely
big difference, yeah.
different
Yeah,
towns.
exactly.
Well, they
So-
still are, but
Yeah.
She goes, in North Reading? I thought I was buying in Reading. And the broker's sheepishly, and she's trying to get out of the conversation.
Oh, yeah.
She goes, well, I said you're on the north side of Reading. Yeah, but not in a different town.
they have different color street signs.
They do.
It's-
North Reading's green. That's
yeah,
right.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
they have
good.
weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
they have
good.
weird color. And you guys have red and white, right?
That's
Reading
right.
has red and white. Get it? Reading, red.
Right.
Yep.
Thank you. You like Readingish people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we've talked a lot of real estate today.
Rick's
Lot of real
wife,
estate.
one of you comedians was doing some sort of nationality
See
joke.
how she groups you?
We're all
It
looking
was
like.
one of you funny guys, and they're like, most people don't know what their spouse's nationality is or whatever.
Right.
And then Rick's wife looked at me and she goes, Rick thinks I'm Readingish.
Reading?
Not too far from the truth.
Well, this
was
is what I
very
always
funny.
say in real estate. I was born in Chelsea, as you know.
Okay.
So
Yep.
I can't make fun of any other town or city. When you're born in Chelsea, that's.
Have you told Tony that? He makes fun of every town. We're down to
What about?
But he's Somerville. He was in Somerville now. You can't touch Somerville.
can't tell me.
No,
touch
who's the comedian that was East Boston? And I
Oh,
said,
Joey Nettie?
Joey and Eddie.
Yeah, and I go, didn't you grow up in Revere? And he went ballistic.
Oh,
He
yeah.
said, not Revere.
Oh,
it was East Boston.
We were hoping to move to Revere.
Excuse me.
That was our goal when I was a little kid. But come on, Dad, get a second job. Someone near Belt Circle, please help us out.
Have you taken a moment to look at the people in the studio and saying, when are we going to learn anything about real estate? Look at all the blank stares.
What all you need to know is you find a house, look at it, you like it, you say, you put it in a bid,
That's
An offer.
offer. Someone told me they have to take every offer too. When I was buying my house, they go, we have to give an offer because we have to give it to them. I says, how about $1? Tell them I'll give them $1.
You're one of the best lines, and I hate to keep saying it, but
It's yours. I gave it to you. It's yours.
I appreciate that.
What is it?
For sale by owner?
I always say, well, who else is going to sell the house? Stupidest sign I ever seen in my life. For sale by owner. No kidding. If the neighbor next door hates your guts, you go to work, he sneaks a sign out there. Come talk to me. We'll hush hush. I just always thought that was
You know what
funny
I always get amazed by when you talk about the neighbors is when the neighbor hates the person selling the house.
Oh, yeah.
And they put the signs out front. This guy's an a-hole. I'm thinking, don't you want the house
I know.
sold?
Exactly. Don't you want him out?
So we had one. I know we're digressing a little bit there. We did this one Google article where the parties hated each other. So it was actually a restraining order against the neighbor.
Really?
So the neighbor bought a parrot. Learned the parrot to tell. Say,
No.
He's an asshole. He's an asshole. He's an asshole.
Didn't we know somebody else?
And the cops came over. They say, "Well, what can we do?" He learned that. He's an
Nothing.
asshole. He's an asshole.
There was somebody else we know was building to block a view, and there was all kinds of trouble between the neighbors because it was on the water.
Oh, God.
So the neighbor put up a clothesline,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like out a window or something.
With all the husband's underwear and all that.
yeah, is that great?
Well, I went to one town meeting because I live in Wayland now. We've been in Wayland for years, because we had a scratch ticket. And I went to one town meeting in my life. The guy, it was over 3 feet. He was building a free car garage, and the neighbor didn't want him to go out that 3 feet because it would disturb his property. And they went on for an hour. And I got up. And I said, this is where I need a rifle because you people are complete idiots. And my wife called because my wife wanted me to go to the meeting. So she texted me. She goes, where are you? I go, planning your death for sending me to this meeting.
You know that's videotaped for the whole town. You know that, right?
Was it in your neighborhood?
No, it wasn't even in my neighborhood. No.
Did you get arrested there after?
Warning.
Well, that's
warning.
like a harassment.
But it's like
of
just
some
over
sort.
3 feet. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
actually took all night in this town meeting.
Yeah, because they wanted. That's actually a
Yeah.
good point there. So if you are not encroaching, but if you're within the zoning,
Yeah.
you have to get that approved. We are talking a little real estate today.
A lot of real estate.
Well, when I first moved into my house, my neighbor, so my dogs always had a backyard.
Yeah.
Like I could open the door, they could go out. It was all fenced and whatever. So it was a little bit of an adjustment for us. So I'd put their leashes on, take them out, and there was like the back of the yard had like a ton of like trees and leaves and whatnot. And I would like take them back there because I didn't want them to do their business in my grass, right? So I put
Sent
them
them
back
to the
out.
neighbors instead.
No, it wasn't even the neighbors. It was my property,
Right.
right? And apparently there's a little gully back there with no water or anything. And this old guy, we're not even there 3 days. The guy comes down the stairs. He goes, ma'am. And I said, oh, hi. And he said, can you not have your dogs in my gully? And I was alone.
Because the grandchildren are always there.
And I said, well, listen, have you had this place surveyed? I'm sure my husband has, and he'll be home shortly, and we can measure it all up. And he goes, my grandchildren play in that gully. I'm thinking, they do?
Then you're an idiot.
Yeah. I've never, in like the 3 years that he's lived there, I've never seen his grandchildren. And so as I turn to walk around, I'm like, it's nice to meet you. And I stepped in a pile of dogs. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going.
I have a fenced-in yard, and I pick up my dog poop, and I just toss it.
Over the fence?
Over the fence.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, I got a funny dog poop story for you. Look, you like this.
Oh, good.
So this really happened. So me and my wife would walk.
It was on some property, right?
Right.
That way we can segue
It is.
in.
It's on some real
It's on
estate.
real
It's on
estate.
real
It
estate.
is. So we take my dog for a walk all the time, but you got to pick up the poop. Which when we were kids, you didn't.
Right.
No, it's a fine now.
Oh,
Like,
now
in
it
our
is.
city has a
In
fine.
Wayland. So anyway,
$25.
so she goes. So we pick it up. We get the bag, and we continue the walk. And I had to leave. halfway around the walk. She goes, all right, I'll see you later. She goes, here, take this. So now I got the dog's poop and I'm walking and then people are driving by me and they're like slowing down. And I'm realizing they think it's my poop. They think I took a crap and picked it up on someone's line. I said, at least I picked it up. I didn't have to. And my wife's dying. I'm telling the story. People are really slowing down because I got the big bag in the hand. And now I'm on the other side. I'm proud of it. Look, some people don't even.
Now, do you ever do this?
Yeah.
Because this drives me nuts. I walk the Wakefield Lake. And people do that because technically you're supposed to, wrap it up,
Yep,
pick it up, and then they leave the bag
Leave it
there.
on the ground.
I know.
That's even
Why
more
bother?
obnoxious.
It's even worse.
It's even
now
worse.
Now you're drawing
littering.
attention to
Now
it.
it's going to take 1,000 years
Right.
for it
So
to get
now,
through the plastic.
yeah.
All right. Wow.
You're littering and whatever the other rule is.
Whew. So you're
See the
a
problems we
comedian.
have? Yeah, I guess.
You have your own.
No, you are. You're a pretty funny
You're
guy.
a very funny dude. I told you that. I
You
said
do.
this.
You're a big fan. I love
I
you.
said this to Tony all the time, and you're the same way. I look at you and I laugh.
That's
Well-
I could take that either way. I really could.
I don't know
Right,
if it's a
I
good
can
thing.
see that. I like on your face when you're telling a joke and then you just kind of just start laughing. Like a lot of comedians, like just will keep the straight face.
Oh no, I love to laugh. Oh,
Right,
no.
so you can always tell. Like,
Although there's some comics that really suck and they laugh at their own jokes and they're the only ones, and that's
oh
embarrassing.
yeah, that's bad.
You'll see no one else laughing but the comedian. I'm not going to name
That's
names,
not-
but
yeah, no, I know exactly who that- yeah.
I'm like, here's the deal.
I laugh.
else is laughing.
I laugh when you just can say one word like meniscus.
Meniscus.
That kills me.
I love that word. Well, because you cannot say meniscus without sounding like this. And I'm not trying to be mean, but I had my meniscus, and I say that on stage. I go, please don't be offended, but you cannot be tough and say meniscus. Like, what happened, Brad? Well, I was working out, and I tore my meniscus. That's just how it comes out.
Look at Gary over there, one of the toughest guys we know, and he's saying, "Hey, hey, hey."
But it's
Gary, say meniscus.
he had the you can't help it.
You
The Rock
you
could
can't
say
say-
meniscus, and you think he's wearing a dress.
Right.
Oh boy.
All right, so this is what we got to do.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about doing this last time you were on, but
Yep.
because you also do cruises as a comedian.
A lot of cruises.
So I'm thinking, let's have Brad tell all his stories about the cruises and the issues here. But he can't do that because he's kind of blasting his own employers.
Right, so
Yeah,
we're
true.
going to tell the cruise stories.
We're going to tell the
Look at
cruise
you.
stories and see.
You just jump in whenever
Show
you
prep.
feel.
Show prep.
Yeah.
So
So
who
you know
says you
what-
don't do show prep?
So what we're going to do is just
This
we're
is
gonna,
a 3-hour
I know, and I feel bad. Maybe we should have part 1 and part 2 of
So
of
what
Brad.
I'm going
Well,
to
Tony's
bring
not going to be here
up-
again. I'll come back.
So what we're going to do is tell the punchlines, and we can just tell the stories. But we have certain rules that
Okay.
after I've read all these stories, you can do it. After we read all these stories, we came up with a certain set of guidelines and rules that people should know
Yes.
once they're going on the cruises. So that's what we
Very
came up with.
So Rick has 1 through 23. We'll see what we can get to, but I was a
All right,
little
there's
bit
a typo.
interested in.
Go ahead.
You ruined it.
What? I didn't even hear.
You
I didn't
ruined the
See, no
whole
one
thing.
listened anyway.
Okay.
Go ahead.
On number 23, like the first one of them says, like,
And Ed Sullivan's very proud of us now.
you should get.
Because you're hitting 23 right off the bat. Our last one.
You should make sure that you're getting along with your family, and there's a couple
Which is
other
true.
Tips when you're going cruising.
Yeah.
But Rick also wrote, make sure the crew members are having sex in your bed before you enter the cabin.
Yeah. We're supposed to say not having sex in bed.
So I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
That was one of the complaints. So a couple came in. They're just on their beautiful $10,000 cruise. Comes in the cabin and
trying to just put the luggage away and
there was more luggage in the bed than they
a lot
expected.
of luggage.
Yeah, exactly. So
imagine that though, walking in.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, how's the room? Well, it's occupied.
That actually happened to us though in a hotel after a wedding.
Oh my!
Really?
God.
Hey, this is like before kids, and we had a room key, and we're going up there. And we're gonna have a big party in the room, and someone put their room key in, and there were these two people, very actively involved. And we're like, oh my God. Like, and everybody backs out of the room and they're like, no, come on in. We're like, oh my God. Like, they gave us the wrong room or whatever it was. But
First, you're shocked. Then you're like, get the cell phone. Get the cell phone.
but they saw we
Kathy
had,
and Stu has been double dating with them for years now.
no, it was a whole bunch of people. And we had beer and
God.
like they were like, come on in.
That's amazing.
So I guess that's what happened with this one.
Yeah,
so,
I remember.
So they pull in and I guess the girl was the crew member, the female crew member bolted out of there and was a little embarrassed.
A little bit.
The guy just stayed there.
Didn't he offer them some money? Offer them some money? To,
Well, he got caught. What do
He
you
got
do?
caught.
Yeah, you
All
got
right.
me.
All right, read another one. What else did you jump on? All right, here's a rule.
This is a really good one.
All right, go ahead.
Check and make sure you are not being videotaped when you are in your room.
Yeah, so I read that one.
Oh, I don't know if they...
So the people go in, they're in their room, and they say, there's some
I don't wanna,
electronics involved here.
I don't want to ruin...
I didn't know. I know there's a lot of cameras on the ships. I didn't know about the room. I don't know.
Well,
this is right on the headboard.
Right on the head. Right on the...
No, it wasn't.
I wear one of those GoPros myself.
The camera was like with the wires to the cable cord, like in by the TV.
Very visible.
Really?
Yeah.
The guy picked up right on it right off the bat. Says, I think
It was on the Carnival Fantasy.
Oh, you know,
Carnival,
I wasn't going to say any names.
No, that's
well, the Carnival Fantasy.
I don't work that line for that particular reason. They film everything.
Who do you work for? So
I mostly do Royal Caribbean, Holland American. I've done NCL, Celebrity. Carnival, I have not. I just heard horror stories, but the way they treat on the other ships, I'm a passenger, so I can pretty much do Carnival. You got to wait,
$30 a day.
You got to wear a tag, and I have no desire.
Right. Did you ever go to Cuba?
Yep, once.
Yeah.
I don't see what the bigger deal is.
No.
I got off the ship, walked around, and go, really? They should blow this place up? Who wants to come here?
Why do we fight to get back here?
That's what I said. I'm like, I mean, the cars were cool, but it's really depressing.
Well,
but they're like 1950s cars.
Yeah, the cars are really cool.
Yeah, the cars are cool. Yeah,
but there is a certain part of Cuba that you don't see when you get off the cruise ship that is good to go to.
I have heard that. But now they can't go now.
Right.
Because Trump stopped them from going to Cuba.
Well, the people of Cuba were not they were not pleasant, to deal with Americans.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I don't know why you'd want to go
I said
there.
that. I said, I don't see.
But they lived in communist country forever, and all of a sudden, all these tourists are pulling in. I'm thinking it was a little change of pace.
Tony did text me. Cigars? Will you bring me cigars? He did.
Yeah.
And
now he just can go to Salem, New Hampshire and get those.
That was another song and dance. Like one person said, "Oh, you can't get them back on your way to the ship."
Right.
And then one guy said, "I'll show you around the island." And we thought he was doing a good deed when at his end game was he wanted to sell us all cigars.
Yeah.
That's what
feeling no one does.
So one lady literally tried to rip a $20 bill out of my hand.
Really?
Cuban. Yeah.
Did you punch her?
I was so mad.
I'm glad
angry.
you said it. We were all thinking it.
Well,
yeah.
I pulled out. I wanted to give her a $10 bill, and I pulled out a 20, and I went to get the 10, and I'm holding the 20, and she goes,
Really?
Yeah. Yep. She was a scary girl.
Yeah. This.
And there's a bunch of scant. Yeah.
All scams. All these islands.
By the way, Tony says miss you all, kinda.
We miss you too, Tony.
And I did ask him if he's at a nude beach, and then he stopped responding.
He must be then. Yeah.
Now, if he has a shirt on, does he technically not able to go on the nude beach?
No, you have to be completely naked.
All right.
And then it's the people you don't want to see naked anyway. So.
No, I know. That's what we hear.
Oh, it's a nude beach. You go, oh, God, give me sunglasses.
Isn't that a weird concept, like a nudist colony?
It's
I
weird.
just can't wrap my
How
head.
about this one? I'll give you one. They have cruises that were chartered for swingers. The whole ship was swingers. Now, there was a comic. There was a comic I know on that ship. He says, Brad, I'll never do it again.
I wouldn't feel
He said
safe.
it was
His head must have been spinning.
Yeah, I can't. I would never leave my room.
But like the nudist colony, you go to the grocery store naked.
Nude. Yeah.
And then if you have people over to play cards, everybody's naked.
Yeah, everybody's naked.
It's not nude 24 hours a day, right?
I don't know. I've never been there.
I think so.
I would think so. They don't like.
Right. Well, I thought
Except when you're showering, you get dressed.
Good one, Larry. That's
I heard this story. A couple went to a nude beach resort, and they're the nude beach all day long, and now they're going to dinner, and they thought the dinner was nude too. So
sir.
Yeah, so they pull in. The two of them are nude.
No, sir.
Oh, I'm making this stuff up for the show.
I don't know. Is that a friend of yours?
That wasn't a friend. There was a story.
Oh.
Yeah. So they go to the dinner party, and they pull in naked, and they say, "Uh-oh."
Oh my God.
I guess there was a limit to how much. Yeah. I guess they could do it in front of that group because I don't think it was a shock.
Well, you're bad if you show up to a nude beach and they say, "Look, here's a towel." You don't ever want to have that section at a nude beach. No, really. We think it'd be best for.
Here's a robe.
This is nude optional.
And we're opting not to have you do it. All right, here's a rule. Do not drink while you're on the cruises.
Well,
good. Try not. They were selling them to you left and right.
I read so many stories. People have a few beers.
Oh, my God. The
They're
drink
jumping
package.
from the 9th floor to the 5th floor.
Yeah.
One had a few cocktails and she's jumping into the ocean.
Yeah. Can I just say something? Being on as many cruises I've been on,
Yeah.
you don't fall off a cruise ship.
Oh, that's another one.
It's impossible.
All right, I was going to ask you that
Because
because there's so many stories.
Everything is
everything
height
up to
like here.
You know,
Right.
And if you, it's terrible. No, she didn't fall.
Because there's stories in that people suing them because they fell
Yeah.
off the balcony. I'm thinking, don't they take that into account?
Yeah, it's the balconies up there. You have to. It's an effort to get over.
Okay, all right. I was going to ask you
never felt
that.
like I was going to fall off the cruise ship.
Right.
Okay,
Exactly.
All right.
Never.
You don't.
Ever.
I like the one story they have in here where the person fell off the cruise ship, and in the article, the way they were so dry about it, and the cruise lines looked for a little bit of time, and then they moved on.
Well, yeah, we have ports to make.
No,
That's exactly it.
We're supposed to be in St. Martin by
In
11.
all seriousness, if you went off the cruise ship,
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're not looking for you because you're probably dead.
yeah.
You
There's
know
a
what I
good
mean?
chance the fall
Wow.
kills you.
I don't want you to
Well,
be
how
the
about when
captain
you-
of my ship either.
How about
Can
when
you
you
look a little bit?
Show up at the food like
Right?
whatever,
Jesus.
the dining
Oh,
room
the buffet or the yeah.
buffet,
the-
and the cruise people that are meeting you, as you walk in, they have face masks
Yeah, yeah.
on and they're squirting your
Oh,
hair.
Washy,
yeah.
washy.
But
And I'm like-
but the boat's safe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the masks. Can I just get off on this, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead.
I
That's what
fly
we're
a
here
lot. I fly, and everyone now, a lot, are wearing these masks.
Right,
And I'm like,
right.
unless I need surgery during the flight, you shouldn't be wearing a mask. Or like a cavity filled or something. And then, look, just get sick like the rest of us, for God's sakes. It's
my
very
God.
depressing.
Do
with
you
all
get
these-
sick after those flights? You must, with all that.
No, I used to, but I think I've built up a tolerance.
right,
Yeah.
Because I
all
don't really anymore.
I wrap my scarf around my whole
Which is
face,
fine.
like
But a
all the way up to
surgical
here.
mask, and one
Right,
guy had
right.
a nurse with him, it's too much.
And
And
Brad,
an IV.
Brad, Brad, do you get much Legionnaire's disease on the cruise?
Only twice.
Twice.
But I asked for it because I didn't wear the mask.
Well, listen.
hepatitis?
I can
How you doing
see
with
where
hepatitis?
Legionnaire
yeah, no,
would
that's.
be. I mean, have you ever looked at a cruise swimming pool after
oh,
5
it's a
days?
petri dish.
If someone goes, I'm going to go for a swim, I'm like, I'm going to sweat my ass off because there's not a chance I'm going in there.
Well, I have.
Add that,
sorry.
number 24. Don't use the pool.
I have
Okay,
one you
that's
can
in
add
here.
too. This happened to me in this last cruise. I told Tony because me and Tony, we enjoy a good steam bath and
Yeah,
sauna, and they have it on the ships. I have my routine, so I do the steam.
Tony needs to go somewhere to relax.
So I go from the steam and I go in the sauna. I'm in the sauna.
Yeah.
Guy's next to me, no problem.
yeah.
Rick, I swear to God, all of a sudden I look, the guy takes out deodorant, starts putting deodorant under his arms in the sauna now. We're sweating like pigs, okay? Now I'm looking at this guy going, all right, okay. Now goes to his bag, takes out a new pair of shorts, puts on a new
Right in
pair
the
of shorts.
sauna.
In the sauna, puts out a new shirt.
In the sauna?
In the everything in the sauna. And I'm trying not to laugh now. And then he walked out, fully dressed. And I'm like, you missed a step, right? You skipped over one important part of the shower would be what I'm talking about.
Oh.
He really, because I called Tony the other day, because like, Tony, I could go, we like the steam. He goes, no, he didn't. Like, I'm telling you, he was lathering on underarm deodorant and new pants and new shirt and walked out.
He missed a step.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So did he have a suitcase with him in the
He had
sauna?
he had like a bag, like a little extra. And Larry, if you could have seen me, I'm going,
Larry.
you have to be kidding me. I wanted to say, geez, that's a nice deodorant. Can I borrow that?
That works pretty good.
But isn't his body sweating?
Yeah, like a
Right,
pig. He's
right.
dripping sweat. And I'm like, what
How
are
do
you
you
missing?
put
After you take those
shirt
showers,
on.
you're sweating more.
You're sweating more.
Right,
and then I got to meet my wife for dinner. Yeah, she'll
yeah.
love sitting next to you. Yeah,
Wow.
that happened his last one. Yeah.
How come in all these, whenever I see anyone acting unruly, they always say, and we close down the buffet because of it. I'm thinking,
Have you seen the
is that
people
their
on cruise
punishment?
ships? Well, I like a lot of people on scooters on cruises, right? But I notice this: they drive the scooter to the buffet and then they run. They don't even need the scooter; they run right to
So
the
they
buffet.
got a handicap
need-
sticker on the
Right,
scooters,
do
and
they
all of a
need
sudden,
to have a medical something wrong with them to have a scooter?
I would hope. But I've seen them park the scooter and just get off and walk in and get their stuff. And I'm looking, going, wait a second.
That buffet
and,
is
and
the
they usually
worst.
weigh about 400 pounds. Like if anyone doesn't need a scooter, it's you. Let's get up and walk.
I
here.
agree 100%. I'm not a big fan of buffets. And
No.
buffets on cruises actually make me want to gag.
I eat more salads. I will lose 2 or 3 pounds on a cruise because I do not. Because you
must stay away from it.
You watch people, and it's
And you want to
sickening.
oh
right.
my, it gets sickening.
Like they've never seen food before.
Never. Oh, they take like 3 plates, and I'm like, it's a buffet. You can go back.
Yeah, they can't walk up there
for
again.
an extra plate.
Right.
Oh, it's and the bathing suits. Oh, that's beautiful around the. Oh, and the women check each other out. Going, seriously, you're gonna wear that bathing suit? Oh my! What? There's not a mirror in your cabin? Obviously, I don't think so. And then the guys come out with their Speedos. That's disgusting. Oh.
And jump in the pool.
Oh, yeah.
And come out with Legionnaire disease.
I know. It's just like
You know what?
There's different pools, and they have actually now they have signs which disease is in this pool. You want Legionnaires?
So
you want like a bacterial
So
infection?
you get to choose your disease.
Choose
then,
your
right?
disease.
All right.
It's like a buffet. of
So you
diseases.
know your employer after they watch the show are never going to call you again.
Oh no, my agent takes care of that.
You do something else, right? You don't just go on cruises.
I still have my carpet cleaning business. I've
That's
had
right.
for over 30
Really?
years.
That's
yeah.
right.
Sucking
That's right.
carpets, telling jokes. The family's very proud, Larry. I have my college degree, and I'm sucking carpets and telling jokes.
Nice.
It's worked out perfect.
I think we talked about that last time. I mean, we can't even talk about the carpet cleaning business because we don't want you to take down any of your clients
No,
at all, right?
no.
You get out of Chelsea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's in Wayland.
I live.
No.
I,
Yeah, but
grew
you
up,
do
I was
a lot
about
of-
11 or 12, and we moved to Wakefield.
Oh, so you
My neck of the woods.
Oh, right near you. Yeah.
Right near the
I
lake.
graduated at Wakefield High. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Chelsea's funnier.
Chelsea has better stories.
That's what you were
Yeah.
saying when you were growing up in Chelsea. This is such a funny place
This
to
is
live,
a
right?
funny place to live. This is.
How
good.
long did you live in Wakefield?
Oh boy, till I was about 30, I think.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, and now I'm 55. I'm old.
Oh,
So,
wow.
but now I know I'm getting older because I'm looking at people's lawns and saying that's a nice lawn.
you know
Not
what,
even women anymore. It's
you
like,
know
"Oh,
what
that's
my
a beautiful lawn.
I know why my friends. I feel like they think they're getting older
Why?
because they're doing what did someone call it? Funeral photos.
Funeral photos?
So what?
What?
So what he? I know. So what he's doing is make sure when he does any events lately
Yeah.
that they take pictures of it. Because you know how there's all the pictures of
the
the guy who
funeral?
died
Yeah.
around the funeral.
So he's decided on a closed casket already?
Oh, so they if they
so they
go
can-
and look for pictures and they say, "Oh, we don't have any pictures of Dad."
Right. So he's picking up the pace right now.
See, I thought you were talking selfies with the body. You know?
No, when you try to show how like memorable their life was,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you go back
Right.
through your phone or any pictures, and they're
Say,
not
wow.
in any
He's
picture.
pretty
you're like,
Wow,
boring.
he's ahead of the curve.
Yeah, he's ahead of the curve.
That's depressing, though.
You know what I'm going to say when you pass away?
right.
We've taken a horrible turn.
Don't
But go ahead.
say it.
What?
He's gonna say,
Go ahead.
"No, you say it."
She brought a lot to the table.
No, don't you read those
She
obituaries?
hates this.
And it says, Johnny had a zest for life,
Oh, I
and he
know.
lit up.
Yeah.
a room.
Lit up the room. That's it. That's
He
it.
was a
I'm like-
pyromaniac.
Yeah.
It turned out.
How many people? I don't know anyone that lights up a room.
He touched a lot of people's
He touched
lives.
a lot of, and he did time for it, too.
And a lot of people touched him, too.
Why don't you just say, here, Johnny died. Thank God.
Oh my God!
We
Maybe
hated
should
that
do
son of a bitch.
obituaries next week.
All right, Brad, when you come on next week,
Yeah.
we'll have to do obituary stories.
When I was in college, I was a communications major. We had to write our own obituary. That was
No.
my first assignment. Write
Oh,
your-
man,
I
that's
said,
depressing.
Did you say I light up a room?
Yes, I said I don't know, but I assume I'll be lighting up a room because I want to be an electrician.
Did go quite according to plan on this one, huh?
Really good. Yeah.
What did you say in your obituary?
Yeah. Jeez, I don't even know. I can't. I just. I think I flunked.
That's pretty
'cause
morbid.
Wasn't it morbid? That was my
Yeah,
first college essay. Write your own obituary.
I know what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
You're trying to reflect on your life, and
Yeah.
you want to.
But you're only 18,
right? That's
19
what I'm
at the
saying.
time.
right. All you care about is where your next beer is
I
coming
know. I said to the
from.
professor, "How do I write your obituary? You look not long for this world."
Yours will be a lot easier. Just make sure you get the funeral photos up to speed.
So wait a minute. So can we just go over a couple real
Yeah.
Well,
quick,
we're well
I
over
know,
time. I mean,
like
what,
2
what
seconds,
If, what
2
if we get
seconds.
Brad back?
But hold on 1 second. So you got to be careful of cruises that give you a deal because they have 1,000 people coming on for a convention,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Your example was like a tobacco convention.
Well, they had a convention, 1,300 eligible bachelors all running around the pool, smoking, going a little crazy.
Little nuts.
Yeah. So
you don't want to be traveling, and you want to look at what the demographics are, the age group. Like if they're giving away the cruise last minute for cheap, there might be a reason why they're doing it.
Although that's the time to look, though, because if they have rooms left,
exactly,
you can get a good deal.
Yeah,
I have learned that.
The 1,300 eligible bachelors.
You don't want that one.
Yeah,
you don't want that one.
My wife got us a cruise once. It was wonderful. We're in Florida. They were giving out these little free cards.
Yeah.
You literally jump on the boat. You go out about a half mile into the international waters, and that way you can gamble all day long.
Right.
I wasn't really drinking at the time.
Yeah.
I wasn't gambling. I literally sat on the chaise lounge for the whole. And I did think we are very close to the shore. I could dive in now and get there. And if you think I didn't contemplate that,
Yep.
But I don't know. I think we've run out of time.
I guess
Do you think Brad would come back?
Anytime. I love you people.
I love you, Brad.
Yeah,
I love you.
And
can I just make one more comment?
Yeah.
When you tell people not to drink on a cruise,
That's a rule. It's a new rule now. Well,
they sell drink packages.
No, you can no longer drink on cruises. They're on the 9th floor balcony, and Brad just says it, and you said it. It's very hard to get up, but they're diving from the 9th floor. They had one case here where the girl dove into the ocean from the 9th floor.
On video. Did you see that one? The kid? One
I
kid
didn't see the
videoed
video.
himself doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I say? More room at the buffet.
Yeah. Or at the open bar.
Unless you act up, then we're shutting off the buffet. All right?
And the gym's another place that I start every show.
No one's ever in the gym.
There's a beautiful gym on. I go, you won't see it, and they're beautiful.
They are beautiful.
The
And
music's
some
fun.
of them are at the very top of the ship.
Way up. They usually all.
Like a
All
running
right, Tony
track
V.
or something.
Get back to work. You got
Bye, Tony.
4 more hours to get ready for tonight's show.
Turn over. Reapply.
Every 12 hours, reapply.
Sorry, you have to put your shoes on later, honey.
Thanks for joining us here on the Real Estate House. I think we learned a lot today. Thanks for joining us, Brad Mastrangelo.
I
Always
love
a
you.
pleasure.
I love coming here.
I love having you here. Kathy Holtshouser, you're always the best, too.
Yeah.
Kathy, God love you.
Thank you for all the real estate wisdom you brought on to us today.
We did a little.
Somewhat.
Ed Sullivan / Larry the Legend is over here. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week here on the Real Estate House.
Bye.
Oh, my God.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.